Listen, the Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show.
The Chicago Sky just took another brutal loss, this time falling to the Washington Mystics, 103-86. But here's what no one's saying out loud. Angel Reese logged 28 minutes, dropped a double-double with 22 points and 13 boards, and still got torched. On paper, the stats look solid. In reality, the Sky were getting cooked while she was on the floor, and even the announcers couldn't hide their laughter. Meanwhile, two Mystics rookies, Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, made league history, becoming the first rookie duo to each drop 20-plus points in the same game. So here's the real question: is Angel Reese actually hurting her team? And what happened during that game that had people cringing on live TV? If you think Reese is making the Sky worse, comment me bounds below. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
6 for 16. Was at 35%, 22 points, 13 rebounds, got to the free throw line multiple times, 11 free throws for Angel Reese, but the bloopies were blooping, and oh boy, here we go. All right, we go, right, easy open layup, and a stoink right off the bottom of the backboard, and we're just asking for a foul. We're asking for a foul. We throw the ball off the bottom, that's like the bottom side of the backboard, asking for a foul, no foul to be given in this current point in time.
Let's be honest, this has been obvious all season. Angel Reese can stack up double-doubles every night, but the Chicago Sky keep getting blown out. They're sitting at a miserable 7-19, dead last in the playoff race, and a full 6 games out from even sniffing the postseason. And here's the kicker, this 6-game losing streak? It started before Reese even returned from her back injury. The struggles run deep, and her presence hasn't changed the outcome.
Listen, man, Kiki Iriafen got the better of her today. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 of 14 shooting, man. Kiki stirring that pot on Angel today. Listen, the Chicago Sky are trash. And Washington Mystics, you are a 500 team fighting for the playoffs. You are scrapping to get into that playoffs, and I respect it. Led by 2 rookie all-stars, and Angel Reese had the nerve to say they have the best young core in
the Washington Mystics game says it all. Angel Reese drops 22 points and 13 rebounds, extending her double-double streak to 11 straight games. Sounds great until you look at the scoreboard. The Sky got blown out 103-86. That's a 17-point loss where Chicago's defense fell apart, and their so-called star was on the floor for 28 of those minutes. The Mystics racked up 52 points in the paint. That stat alone tells you everything about how well Reese was holding down the defense.
First of all, we all know the Indiana Fever had the best young core in the league with Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Forget young core, that's probably the best duo, period. So, during that whole thing, when she said, yo, we the skyscrapers, best young duo in the league. When she said that, I told y'all, we all knew CC and AB was better. That's not even a conversation. I said, wait a second. Are y'all sure, Angel, are you sure you and Camila are better than Sonia Citron and Kiki? The last I checked, the Washington Mystics had 2 rookies that made the All-Star team. And boy, did they show why today. They took this matchup personally.
Here's where it gets straight up embarrassing for Chicago and for Angel Reese. 2 Washington rookies, Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, made WNBA history as the first rookie duo in Mystics history to each score 20-plus points in the same game. Citron lit it up with 28, while Iriafen added 22 points and 10 boards. These first-year players didn't just show up, they dominated. They outplayed the Sky's veteran lineup and made them look like amateurs in their own arena.
Kira Austin going at him. Everybody's just going at him. The Chicago Sky are food. And I mean, it's just embarrassing to the point where it's like, as a Sky fan, y'all are probably happy y'all lost by less than 20 points today. And that is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. Y'all getting popped, bro. Y'all not just losing. Y'all getting smoked by 20 and 30 and 40 and almost 50. Bro, y'all are terrible. Something has to change. Something has to change.
Coach Tyler Marsh didn't hold back after the game. He specifically called out the team's failure to protect the paint, which was a clear jab at their interior defense. Angel Reese struggled, shooting just 6 for 16 from the field and picking up 5 fouls that limited her impact even more. Sure, she went 10 for 11 at the free throw line, but none of that matters when your team is getting cooked on the defensive end.
Be able to attack and finish inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked. Give this one to...
We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me, let me get real serious.
The Sky actually put up 86 points, 9 more than their season average of 77. Offense wasn't the issue. The defense, on the other hand, was a disaster. And that falls squarely on the players meant to anchor it. When you give up 103 points and let rookies make history on your home floor, something is seriously broken in your defensive system. This isn't new, it's been the pattern all year. Reese puts up solid individual stats, but the Sky keep piling up losses. Her numbers mean nothing if the team can't win. The uncomfortable truth is getting harder to ignore. Individual accolades without team success are just empty noise. And that brings us to one of the most embarrassing moments of the night.
Listen to this. We have the commentators that are actually laughing at this.
If you want to know what real humiliation looks like, try getting hit with a too small taunt on live TV while the announcers make sure the entire audience notices. That's exactly what happened to Angel Reese in the first quarter, when Washington's Shakira Austin scored on her and served up one of the coldest taunts of the season. Austin didn't just win the matchup, she made a statement, and made sure everyone watching knew who owned that moment.
Angel Reese went home and got cooked in front of everybody. She played a good game, but her team got destroyed. This team is pitiful. Pitiful. And the sad part is, it's not like they have anywhere to turn. Iriafen didn't play today, but she ain't been winning them no game. It's not, they have nowhere to turn. They went and made moves in the offseason as if they had a team to go out and win games and try to compete right now. Going and giving up your young draft pick for Iriafen, going and getting Vandersloot, who's hurt. I mean, I just don't understand the direction they thought they were going in. But this has been malpractice from the management to the coaching to a lot of these players. Terrible.
This wasn't just typical trash talk between players. Shakira Austin's gesture was a direct shot at Angel Reese's exposed defense, broadcast for the entire country to see. That single moment summed up everything wrong with Chicago's interior defense and Reese's failure to protect the rim when it counted. Austin absolutely worked her on that play, and the announcers didn't let it slide. They highlighted the taunt on air, making it even more humiliating for someone who's supposed to be the Sky's defensive anchor.
All of you all that are gonna go home and write a biography on how wrong this is, you guys can kick rocks. What's up, fam? Candace Parker here. I'm gonna do a tier ranking of WNBA players. I'm gonna try.
You know what makes it even worse? Reese's response to getting exposed. Instead of locking in defensively or adjusting her game, she kept struggling while Austin and the Mystics tore Chicago's defense apart. That moment wasn't just a personal low, it was a snapshot of why the Sky keep losing, despite Reese's solid stat lines. Now compare that to how real defensive anchors handle pressure. Players like Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull face elite scorers night after night, but they stay composed, focused, and effective. You don't see them getting clowned on national TV because they know how to play winning defense. When they're challenged, they rise to the moment. They don't become the other team's highlight reel.
And Cameron Brink, I think, is, the unknown. So I put Cameron Brink on the C level, I think, just in terms of her kind of showing glimpses of what she's capable of. I think WNBA, with the space and her length and versatility, she's going to be able to have an impact on the defensive end immediately. Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level.
Boston's taunt wasn't just about one play, it symbolized the entire game, where the Mystics completely dominated Chicago. Citron dropped a career-high 28 points because the Sky had zero defensive presence in the paint. Iriafen added 22 points and 10 rebounds, turning this into a historic night for all the wrong reasons. Two rookies outplayed Chicago's veteran roster and made franchise history in the process. But the public humiliation didn't stop there. Getting outplayed and taunted on live television should have been rock bottom for Angel Reese, yet somehow it got even worse. The defensive collapse that let Washington put up 103 points exposed every flaw in Chicago's system, with Reese right in the middle of it. And that on-court meltdown set the stage for an even messier off-court moment involving a WNBA legend. But the real fireworks were just getting started. About to start on social media.
I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year. I think that this is my tier.
When a 3-time WNBA champion calls you a C-tier player, you've got 2 options: prove them wrong on the court, or start a Twitter feud. Angel Reese chose the latter. Candace Parker didn't hold back on her new podcast, Post Moves, co-hosted with Iriafen Boston, and she dropped some serious truth bombs. Reese's reaction? Not a statement game, not improved defense, just tweets. And that response says everything you need to know about where her focus really is.
We have her reposting this. I'd be mad too if a girl who was beautiful, rich, famous, rich and famous, lifestyle of the rich and the famous. They always complaining. Shout out to Good Charlotte, man. They were a quality band. And well-liked among her peers, comes in, breaks my records, gets promotion, brand deals I couldn't get, and then has the audacity to steal my vet. I'd be bitter. Angel Reese reposted that. And then Angel Reese puts out her own tweet. Clout is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to a point. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Candace Parker didn't sugarcoat a thing when she placed Angel Reese in the C tier, right alongside Cameron Brink, during her player tier list discussion. And to be clear, it wasn't hate, it was straight up basketball analysis. Parker even said, I in no way, shape, or form am a hater, but what player are you taking Angel Reese over from the ones I just listed? She was referring to players who can actually carry a team and be true offensive focal points. And by her standards, Reese didn't make that cut.
A'ja Wilson, reigning MVP, couple Defensive Player of the Years, 2 championships. If there was something higher than S, I would definitely put her up there. But Napheesa Collier, she's up there with top tier with A'ja. Just her ability to play on both sides of the ball, pump fake, she's gonna make you choose wrong. I know you guys are gonna say I'm biased because I'm putting all 4s at the S, but the 4s run the league. Don't ever forget that. Brianna Stewart, the versatility, reigning champion from last year. She's got 3 of them things. I don't think there's any debate with that.
Recalling someone else a clout chaser when her entire brand has been built on controversy and social media drama. Sure, Parker was promoting her new podcast with Boston, but she was also offering real basketball analysis. Her take was grounded in actual performance metrics and team impact, not personal bias. Even as Reese's fans came after her, Parker stood firm. She made it clear, this wasn't hate, it was an honest assessment. She compared Reese to other top players in the league and found her lacking in the areas that truly define elite-level basketball.
This is where it gets tricky. Caitlin Clark is at an A level. I think in time she's gonna raise up to that S, but in order to put her at that level, she's gotta have a couple more years. So I'll put Kelsey Plum at the A level. 2-time champ, now took on the challenge to be #1 option in LA. I would say KP is definitely in that tier. I would love to put Sabrina Ionescu in that A range. She got that elusive championship. She's one of the best shooters in the WNBA, if not the best shooter in the WNBA.
The really ironic part? recalling someone else a clout chaser when her entire brand has been built on controversy and social media drama. Sure, Parker was promoting her new podcast with Boston, but she was also offering real basketball analysis. Her take was grounded in actual performance metrics and team impact, not personal bias. Even as Reese's fans came after her, Parker stood firm. She made it clear, this wasn't hate, it was an honest assessment. She compared Reese to other top players in the league and found her lacking in the areas that truly define elite-level basketball.
And yet again, her fans have talked her into another one-sided beef. The other side doesn't know that they're beefing, but as far as Angel Reese is concerned, as far as the Reese's Pieces are concerned, oh, it's beef and it is on site. The last one-sided beef, you guys know. This current one-sided beef started innocently when Candace Parker was asked to ranked players who were clearly better than Angel Reese. The Reese's Pieces threw a temper tantrum, tagged Angel so many times, tweeted about it so many times, that now Angel Reese is convinced in her own mind, oh, this actually is beef. Candace Parker, you don't like me.
Look at how Sophie Cunningham approaches the game in Indiana. She contributes to winning basketball without creating unnecessary drama or feuding with legends on social media. These players handle criticism professionally and let their performance speak for itself. When someone questions their abilities, they respond by improving their games rather than posting cryptic messages about clout chasing. The contrast between the Fever's trajectory under Clark's leadership and the Sky's continued decline despite Reese's individual numbers tells you everything about real basketball impact. Indiana built something sustainable that fans can get excited about for years to come. Chicago collected hollow statistics while missing the playoffs and embarrassing themselves on national television.